What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into the CHGO Bulls podcast. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July and still have all of their fingers and toes. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. You can follow my guy, Big Dave, at BAWL Sports. We are CHGO_Bulls. Our guy, Will the Go Gottlieb, off today. Rocking with us behind the controls, it's our friend and our producer, Steven, who got out for the incredible job that you and your crew did for the Blackhawks NHL draft stuff down in Nashville last week. That was awesome. I loved every bit of that.
Yeah, I want to talk to Steven about Nashville. Steven,
all right, let's hear about it.
Let's go, Steven.
What do you got for me? Hear me.
I got questions about Nashville. How was it? How'd it go? How was everything?
You know, this is a weird thing to say because it was a work trip, but man, it was a lot of work. Like I was kind of expecting more of like that leisure time. Wow, it was. I guess when you have the number one pick in drafts, it calls for a little bit of extra. But it was a good time though.
That's your first time in Nashville?
It was my second time. I went for a bachelor party once.
So you don't remember it? Okay, great.
Correct. Yeah, it was nice. It was nice having a memory of it this time. It's great.
That's good, man. No, it looked great. It looked like what you guys were doing were nice. Your Airbnb looked awesome. I didn't get a tour of it, but from what I saw, it looked really awesome.
Well, there was definitely the bed I was in. I don't know if those sheets were clean. There was definitely some makeup that was left over on there.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
And it wasn't makeup that rubbed off from a overnight visitor of yours,
sir?
No. Unfortunately, it was just me and Mario in there, so that would have been really uncomfortable for him.
Well, we all know Mario loves the makeup.
Yeah, plus it was a bunk bed, and I was top bunk, so that wouldn't have been great for him.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But overall, it was a lot of work, but it was fun. And a lot of good food, it looked like.
Yeah, I'm really proud of what all the CHGO Blackhawks guys did. I mean, you know, when you go into something like that, you want to hit it out of the park, and those guys hit it out of the park. It was awesome.
I mean, truly. I saw on Greg's Instagram earlier today that CHGO Blackhawks is the number 5 NHL podcast in America on Apple Podcasts after all of that incredible work they did for the NHL draft. That's awesome.
I believe they're in the top 150 overall for sports podcasts as well.
Let's go.
They're just crushing it right now.
CHGO Hawks crew killing it. Glad you had a good time, man. Speaking of work hard, play hard business trips, Big Dave and Will and I are on our way to Vegas the day after tomorrow because Summer League is right around the corner. I'm hyped. I know Big Dave is hyped. I know Will is hyped. We're going to be meeting up with the rest of our All-City NBA crews from DNVR and PHNX. We will talk about all things Summer League for most of today's show, but we wanted to start with something that has been circulating the NBA and Bulls Twitter sphere over the last 48 hours or so. A particular former Windy City Bulls player who comes from incredible NBA genes and bloodlines, Bol Bol. Woj tweeted this yesterday, 4th of July afternoon. The Orlando Magic have waived Bol Bol. Bulls fans took this tweet and ran with it, Dave. I was not expecting this much hype from Bulls Nation about the prospect of adding Bol Bol to their roster for the upcoming season. I mean, we could talk about his numbers. We could talk about the fact that he finally had a season last year with Orlando where he played a significant number of games and what he did in those games. But what was your reaction to, first, Bulls fans being so enamored with this idea? Because that caught me off guard.
Not me. I'm not shocked by it, to be honest with you. One, because anybody that's become available, Bulls fans immediately, they're like, this belongs to us. we want him. We got him. We need
James Harden's asking for a trade, y'all.
Come on, bring him in. You know, anybody who's available, they automatically become a Chicago Bull. One thing, though, about it, Matt, is Bol Bol is a NBA Twitter darling. They love Bol Bol on NBA Twitter, man. Like, he is just that kind of guy. 2, he definitely has ties to the Bulls, you know, playing with the G League affiliate. So he definitely has those kind of ties right there. But it's just the fact that he's young, he's long, he's super big, and the Bulls definitely need more height. And he's just fun. You know, like Bol Bol is watching him play basketball. You're just like, yeah, I want this dude to do well. I want this dude to be something, because you're watching this 7-foot tall guy cross you over, go to the bucket, and just do things that normal guys aren't supposed to do. And also, when you toss in the fact that Wembanyama is the new guy, along with Chet Holmgren, who looked awesome in his summer league game. I think he had 15, 9, and 4 blocks. He looked really polished, really smooth. So getting a guy like Bol Bol, people are automatically thinking about, well, we got to compete. We got to stay with this new trend,
because Wemby and Bol Bol are the same player just because they have similar builds. Like, come on. That's ridiculous.
But they just want guys who can keep up. You've got one. Well, I want one. That's really what that is, man. Oh, they've got this guy. Oh, well, we want one of those guys too. Why can't we have one of those guys? And Bol Bol can play. Like, I'm not going to sit here and talk like he can't play. Like, he can definitely play, but he keeps not finding the right situation. Like, even though he was in the Magic, I don't know how much of him you watched with the Magic, but it just felt like he didn't fit in that team. Like, he would do things that were awesome, but it just felt like he didn't fit. I don't know where he fits. I don't even know if he fits on the Bulls, or if you think he fits on the Bulls, but we'll see. But I wasn't shocked. Bulls fans went kind of crazy with that.
I mean, he played 70 games for Orlando last season, and 33 of those 70 were starts. But Orlando, like, they got a pretty crowded front court with all those various guys. So I guess credit to him that with all of those front court pieces Orlando had last season, that he was getting that much run, including nearly half of his games being starts. But, I mean, 9 points, 5.8 rebounds, 1.2 blocks. For a guy his size, okay, yeah, he shot 54.5% from the field. Good. If you're 7'2" and most of your looks are inside and putbacks and dunks and whatnot, your field goal percentage better be that high. People talk about him as a guy who can be a threat spacing the floor for his size. He shot 26% from 3 last season and on not that many attempts. He's 7'2", and for the most part in the NBA, he's been a power forward. And Bulls fans might be saying, well, that's fine because, look, our center rotation, Vooch is back, Drummond's back. We don't need another center. Throw Bol Bol out there in the power forward rotation behind Patrick Williams and whoever else Billy might be using. But that's, to me, the big question. Would Billy actually put Bol Bol in his rotation? Would he make Billy's rotation with the pieces that we are bringing back, the pieces that we've added? I know Javon Carter is back or whatever, but Torrey Craig's going to play.
Right.
Torrey Craig's probably going to play a lot of power forward. And I know Bulls fans are also obsessed with this idea of, like, let's slide Patrick Williams to the 3. Maybe we'll see Torrey Craig starting over Patrick Williams. I don't know how that goes. I just don't see Bol Bol getting minutes on this team because I don't honestly think he's that good. There's also the fact that he has had a lot of injury issues over the course of his career, which is not surprising for a guy with his frame.
Yes, correct. He still has developing to do. He's 23. He still has some development to do. I think he's gotten better every year since he's been in the NBA, but he keeps bouncing around. Like Denver, and everybody was great, going crazy, and then, to Orlando and now being waived because, like you said, Orlando's front court is pretty crowded. It's hard to find room for those kind of guys in that big old front court that they have. So that's one of the reasons I'm sure that they let him go. But he's just an interesting thing. Like, people call him a unicorn, like all these things, man. He's one of those guys that if you look at him and you see him and you're like, man, if this guy develops into something, we hit the jackpot. He's a risk to take. You're rolling the dice on somebody like that. I don't know if the Bulls are in a position to roll the dice, you know what I'm saying, on somebody right now. I don't know. But he's not a guy, Billy Donovan, to answer your question, Matt. Like, he's not a guy that Billy Donovan is going to put in the rotation. Like, just going by what I've seen Billy Donovan
He's not a Billy Donovan player.
Yeah, just going
Billy
by what
Donovan loves guards and
Mm-hmm.
forwards who can shift around in the front court and undersized front courts.
Yeah, that's been his thing for a while. Like, he has no problem running 4-guard lineups. That's his thing. And so bring a 7'2" guy who won't get you 2 or 3 blocks, like that 1.2 blocks a game kind of, like, you 7'2", fam?
Yeah.
Can I get 2 blocks out of you? You know what I'm saying? Only because you're all arms and legs. And that's the only reason I kind of say that. But he's just a fun player. But I don't know if Billy Donovan wants to have fun. Billy Donovan seems like you want to have that kind of fun, man. So I don't know. I think a team like the Lakers might take a flyer on him.
I would prefer
something like that.
Billy Donovan wants to win.
Yeah. It ain't gonna be about no fun. It's about winning, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, like teams like the Lakers, I see kind of him going to, but I don't see the Bulls making a move on a guy like this. And if they do, I promise you, he's going to be G League affiliated once again.
I mean, I saw some video that somehow found its way into my Twitter feed this morning of some Lakers Twitter head talking, saying like, dude, Bol Bol is the missing piece. The Lakers add Bol Bol and we are winning the chip next season. And I was like, who do people think this guy is? Because he ain't that. If the difference between your team winning the chip and not winning the chip is Bol Bol, then you're not an NBA team, because that in no reality is Bol Bol a difference maker to winning a championship in the NBA. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't see it. And for all of the pissing and moaning Bulls fans do, and I'm including myself in that label, about the fact that, for the love of God, can we add some people who can shoot the ball around Zach and DeMar? Bol Bol can't shoot. I know he's a front court piece, but we would also like our front court pieces in an ideal world to be able to shoot. Bulls fans like the fact, I think for the most part, that we added Javon Carter and Torrey Craig because they can shoot.
Yes.
I do not understand this obsession with Bol Bol. I really don't.
Yeah, changing your shooting, saying you want to change your shooting profile and then go and get a guy who shoots 26% from three, it's kind of going against the grain about that aspect of it. And like I said, like if you get him, Matt, it's not like he's going to be the guy to play. Like he will become the fan favorite. That's what he would be. He will be the guy when the Bulls are up by 20 that everybody's rooting for and cheering for. Bo, 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 Bo. Like that's what it will be. Like that, you want to see him jump in the game. And, yay, he's in. Hooray. No, it's not going to be the case. They're going to go get a veteran or something like that and see what happens with that. But I'm not here to criticize Bol Bol. I think he has some skill. Like for real, he really does have some skill for a guy his size. And what he can do as far as getting the rebound and running the floor and bringing it up and still crossing you over and finishing, in the lane. But it's the fact that he doesn't have the weight on him yet. And it's the fact that, like Matt said, he gets injured. Those things occurred. There's a reason, that he had his best season. It's because he played the most games he's ever played. He was relatively healthy, this time. So, and he has 9 points. This is the most. Everything he did with Orlando was the most. And it didn't translate to victories either for Orlando having him out there. So, yeah, maybe the 15th guy on your roster, sure, on a team like that. If you're not a team that's looking to win, maybe he gets that opportunity to play much, much more like Orlando did. So we'll see what he feels, though, because he might want to say, let me go to a place where I know I can play. He might want that. But as of right now, I just don't see it as far as him coming to the Bulls.
Guys, I did just create a poll on this question. It said, would he be in favor of the Bulls signing Bol Bol? What do you think the results are right now?
I would say 85% say yes.
If you're above 50%, yes, I'm getting up and leaving.
Well, I got good news. It's overwhelmingly no. 70% right now are saying no. They don't.
Come on.
My faith in the overall intelligence of Bulls Nation has been restored.
Yeah, it went from 1 to 2. That's what. That's
Joel Hernandez said, we need an option in the poll that says meh. I mean, that's certainly how I would feel, if not just not an overwhelming no. Like that's, like I'm not trying to bash Bol Bol. I just don't see how he helps this team. But you know what? Yeah, let's sign him. Let's get Taco Fall in a Bulls jersey. Let's just
don't put him. Don't do that. Don't put him in the Taco Fall category. He is not Taco Fall. He can play. He can play. I'm telling you, Bol Bol can play. Yeah. He just needs more development on his game, man. But he can really, truly play.
Bobby in the comments with a legitimate question saying why he got waived by the Magic. I don't think teams give up on young players that easy. And that speaks a lot. I mean, yeah, we obviously have not heard any specific reasons for why they waived him other than they waived him because they have decided they don't need him. So there's that. We'll see. The other element to this, and then we can take our first break and move on to summer league stuff, is talking about 15, end of the bench guys, and that might being only, all Bol Bol is if he does come here. The Bulls already have that. His name's Marko Simonovic. He's tall, he's lanky, he never plays. And the day after tomorrow, which is also the beginning of NBA Summer League, Marco's not playing in Summer League this year. He's already done his 2 years.
Yeah.
his deal for this upcoming season becomes fully guaranteed on July 7th, this Friday, if the Bulls do not waive him before that. Very curious to see what happens in the next 48 hours. Do we get word that the Bulls waive him, or is AK going to double down again on Marco still being kept around for some inexplicable reason? Because Billy never plays that guy. Never. I mean, we see a couple of appearances in garbage time in a handful of games here and there. So, yeah. We already have a tall, lanky guy that Billy doesn't play.
Yeah, we do, and we have that guy. That would be. I'm very interested in that as too, Matt, because it would kind of say what they kind of feel about Marco. You know, getting him back. Like if they's like, well, we want to give him another shot to see if there's a chance that he can still develop into something, or just letting him go, saying, you know what, it didn't work out for us. We tried it. We tried to see what it could be. Didn't work out. Not for us. So I'm very interested to see it because and I know people like to pick on Marco, and you should, because he has not been good, but he has gotten better every year. Like I've watched him in that league. He's gotten better every year. He hasn't gotten NBA ready better. It's not to that point yet where I'm like comfortable him being on the floor, but he's gotten better, you know, and if they're looking at it that way, then they might go ahead and guarantee his contract. But if they're looking at it in a way of, can he contribute to an NBA team right now, then he'll definitely be cut. He won't be on the squad because he's not in that position yet. So we'll see. We'll see if he gets that shot, man. We'll see.
Rob said, you got to go, Marco. He's been given a fair run. Meanwhile, Sahism said, Marco season incoming. LMM85, Marco is a bum. Thrown hat saying, cut that guy. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of people. We got one in here who still has faith in the Marco hours being a thing. Yeah. And to J1 GGs and Jelly, I am not in a bathroom, nor am I in a hospital room. I'm up in the loft at my folks' place here in Mish. This is the uncle's quarters. And that behind me is a curtain that is like a room separator of our space up here. Because, you know, I don't need to be looking at my brother's ugly mug all the time when I'm up here.
It's a divider.
We need some space.
I was about to say that. It keeps them close. That thing is the reason they're still tolerant of each other. It's right there.
You know my brother very well, Big Kid.
Well, it's more so knowing you.
Just Joe, no, we will not be bringing back Matty Legend.
Let's go, Just Joe.
Absolutely not. All right, let's take our first break here. When we come back on the other side, we'll dive into previewing NBA Summer League action, which starts in 2 days. Yes. While we're sharing these words from our friends and sponsors, do us a simple, quick favor. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching along. Hanging out with us on YouTube, we greatly appreciate it. Helps us out a ton. And if you aren't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Subscribe to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Big Dave, who's up first today?
Man, it's a question I haven't asked you in a long time. What time is it?
Oh my God, game time, who?
It's been a minute since I've said this, but game time, ladies and gentlemen. Buying tickets to your favorite event should not be a stressful thing. And game time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater near you. With killer deals on last-minute tickets and their best price guarantee, you can stop stressing and just start chilling, because game time will take care of it. You will get hyped up and ready. They got those flash deals and those last minute tickets, the easy to find and buy tickets for every kind of event in your area. My personal favorite, images of the seat views. As a big fella, I need to know what the seat arrangement is and where I need to be sitting. The lowest price guarantee, event cancellation protection, and even job loss protection. Game Time, ladies and gentlemen, has your back. So download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO. Get yourself $20 off of your first purchase. That is CHGO. Is the code, $20 off of your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today, because it's the last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Once again, Matt Peck, what time is it?
Game time, who?
I'm going to do it in Spanish next time.
Ooh.
¿Qué hora es?
Tiempo de partido.
Oh, who?
I took some Spanish classes back in the day. Today's show, speaking of taking classes, today's show is also brought to you by Lewis University,
Nice.
whose students are just like you. They have full-time jobs, they got families that they got to raise and spend time with, and they're full-time sports fans. So how do you fit bettering yourself, furthering your education into all of that? You do it at Lewis University, which is located just 35 miles southwest of Chicago in Romeoville. It's ranked as one of the U.S. News and World Report's top-tier colleges and partners with numerous employers for tuition discounts and offers evening, online, and blended scheduling formats to help you balance your work life, your family life, and your education. The faculty at Lewis University bring real-world experience and instruction to the classroom, which is immediately relevant to your career. They offer career support and academic resources for their adult students. And they offer all kinds of different focuses and concentrations, programs and departments to study: criminal justice, data science, computer science, AI, cybersecurity, business analytics, finance, MBAs, project management. Whatever you want to study, you can do it at Lewis University. Discover how a degree from Lewis can help you build a better world around you. Learn more at lewis.edu/you can do this. There's a website right there on your screen if you're watching on YouTube. lewis.edu/you can do this.
All night long.
All night long. I'm excited for Summer League, Dave.
Very much.
I saw a tweet of yours the other day. You are clearly geeked out levels of excited.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong? Listen, what is wrong with Bulls fans sometimes, man? All I said, Matt, was I was excited to watch Julian Phillips, Dalen Terry, and Justin Lewis in Assembly of Bulls fans. Oh my God, what are you mean? You're excited to watch this? Mediocrity, trash. What the hell is wrong with y'all? I can't be happy to watch a player play. I didn't say they were going to be good. I didn't say anything. I'm excited to watch them play in a summer league game, and you're angry about that. We got to get y'all comfortable. Chill out. Relax.
Are you surprised? Are you saying you're surprised at the lack of mental health and happiness of Bulls fans, Dave?
Not surprised, but taken aback.
Not exactly breaking front page news, man.
I'm still like, what in the hell? Like, still, man. Like, what in the hell, dog? It's summer league. Did I not? What is the problem? I can't watch these players play. I can't be happy to watch. I ain't seen Justin Lewis since summer league. I'm very happy to see that dude play out there in summer league, man. Are you kidding me?
And dude, same. I'm excited. I'm excited to see a lot of these guys. We'll talk about some of the key guys we'll be looking at in summer league. Before that, though, I wanted to quickly touch on this interesting rule change the NBA is considering implementing in the actual NBA, and they are testing it out in summer league. Steven, if you have those graphics, there it is. This is from NBA Communications earlier today. The proposed in-game penalty for flopping will be in effect on a provisional basis for 2023 Summer League. If a flopping penalty is assessed by game officials, the opposing team will be awarded one free throw and possession of the ball. A player who commits a flop will be assessed a non-unsportsmanlike technical, which does not count as a personal foul or lead to ejection. Officials will not be required to stop live play to call a flopping violation. They can wait until the next neutral opportunity to stop play. So NBA PR tweeted that out, and then a little bit later, they quote tweeted it with this correction and an updated version. Rather than the opposing team always getting possession after a flop, the league's resumption of play rules will apply. So the penalty now is not a technical free throw and possession. It is just a technical free throw, and the other rules are the same. So what do you think about this, Dave? And do you think that the initial rule of tech and possession is better, or just a free throw is more adequate for a punishing of a flop?
I think a free throw is better for it. Like, you flop, take your free throw. There it is. We're good. I'm sure you feel different. I know how you feel about flopping, and I can't wait to hear this rant. But I'll say, like, I'm glad the NBA is doing something. Like, they have to do something about it, man. It drives me crazy. We watch these games together, Matt. It drives us crazy watching these people flop and just do those things, man, and nothing gets done about it. So, yeah, I'm glad they're looking at it. I'm glad they're trying something out. for these players so they can just stop this, man, because it really bothers me to no end. And now I'm wondering, how far can it go? Is it something that coaches can challenge? Can coaches challenge and see, like, no, that was a flop. Like, I want to challenge that. So I'm interested to see if they feel that way about it too. But yeah, man, like if you flop, yeah, I don't mind just giving you the free throw and moving on. Or if that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not trying to stop the game and shut everything down just so I can point the finger at you and call you trash for doing that. Like, cool, you did it. Shoot the free throw, move on, dog. But hopefully it helps. So I'm glad they're doing something.
Shout out to everybody in the comments chiming in. I saw a couple of people making LaFlop jokes about this new rule being instituted. Golden Force just said flop should result in suspensions. Rob agrees with the LaFlop rule. You are correct in your estimation, Dave. This is not a stiff enough penalty if it's just a technical free throw. It should be a technical free throw and possession like they originally had it. And it should also count towards ejection. If you get whistled for 2 technical flops, you are out of there. Get your lazy trash ass off this NBA court because you don't belong here. Get that shit out of here. It drives me crazy. You know it drives me crazy. We grew up watching a much more physical brand of basketball, 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s era before the Malice at the Palace started to clean things up.
Yeah.
I like physical basketball.
Sure.
And I don't like ticky-tack fouls, but what I hate way more is guys trying to sell to the refs a foul that didn't exist and didn't happen.
Yeah.
It's shitty. It's cheap, low, dirty trick kind of crap, and it doesn't belong in this league. Americans like to make fun of European soccer and soccer in general because it's not a fascinating sport to them, and also it's just people diving around trying to get the ref to give them a call to benefit their team. That has infiltrated the NBA.
Yes.
And it freaking sucks. So punish these people. They flirted with it for a while. Back in the day, they're like, oh, here's a fine for flopping. Here's a fine for flopping. LeBron got hit with 1 or 2.
He did.
Bring it back. Yeah. Get flopping out of this. It's garbage. It's junk. And if you do it, you should be punished and your team should be punished.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to absolve. Let me add a little context to that 80s and 90s because they was flopping during them times too. Like Bill Laimbeer and Dennis Rodman were flopping. All right, they would. Okay. That was what they were about. I'm just adding the context. I'm not, because they were also physical as shit. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. I'm just adding that context and layer to it, and that's the difference. Is the physicality changed, but the flopping remains, and that's what's pissing young Matt Peck off with his Phil Mickelson shirt on. That's why he's upset.
Pins and aces, baby. Pins and aces.
Let's go.
But speaking of my attire and surroundings, Steven said we have a super chat regarding the bathroom question. Let's do that real quick, sure. and then we'll talk about Dalen Terry. AK, shout out to AK, saying, my mom was over and I had you guys on a big ass TV. She said, why does this gent have a microphone in the bathroom? What appears to be a shower. I get it. It does look like a shower curtain. It's not a shower curtain. But
yeah, his mom's wondering, dog. Like,
tell your mom we said hello, AK.
What's up, Mama AK?
Yeah, and I'm not being held against my will in some sort of hospital.
Blink twice, Matt. You okay? All right.
Let's start with Dalen Terry because I know, Dave, you are excited to watch Dalen play. I have loved this footage that he has put out, that the Chicago Bulls social media team has put out when they went out to the West Coast to visit him doing his 5 a.m. workouts with DeMar DeRozan this offseason. I love that. Dalen looks like he's added a little bit of like tone and muscle to his frame. He doesn't look as scrawny. Maybe added a few pounds of muscle already this offseason. But to me, it all comes down to, we know what Dalen can do, even in the brief glimpses of what we saw in his limited playing time in his rookie year and what he did in college. He is an instigator and a scrappy as hell defender. And then he can turn that defense into offense with some of his transition play, his speed in transition, and the fact that he's actually a pretty decent distributor of the basketball. He can't shoot. That's the question to me. I think that's the question for most Bulls fans. Will we see any evidence in these summer league games, Dave, of Dalen Terry with maybe now also some time spent with the Bulls' recently hired shooting coach, Peter Patton, can he now shoot a three and have it go in the basket as opposed to the side of the backboard? That's what I'm looking for.
It's the $1 million question. It's the main thing that kept him off the floor. Nothing else I can sit there and point to basketball wise was the reason he wasn't on the floor outside of him being a rookie. But that's the main reason. That's the main thing people who are talking about Dalen Terry. That's the thing. 3-point shooting. Can't be able to do it. And what I've always liked about Dalen is he's not scared to take the shot, which is great, which is what I like in my shooters when they're not scared to take it. But the rim was scared to make it go in. So that's what he was struggling with. But watching him in this offseason, you can kind of see his form has changed. You know, like the way he's shooting these threes has changed a little bit. So I'm interested to see if that's just something he was doing, practicing, or if that's something that's going to carry over to the summer league. As far as him concerned, like he's going to get better. Like nothing about how he approaches the game and what he does tells me that he's not going to be a better basketball player because he refuses to have it any other way. He said that after the offseason, I don't remember if it was on Twitter or if it was him just saying it, but saying that, no, dude, I don't like being on the bench, and I don't plan on being on the bench again. I want to play. And he's putting in the work to show you that. Since the season ended, that's all you've seen is him going wherever their people were learning and playing basketball. That's where he's been at, training, working. And then when DeMar, put out the 5 a.m. Call, he was there. Also, by the way, great video by the Chicago Bulls showing what DeMar DeRozan is doing with those guys at 5 a.m. What a way to let us in. I really appreciated that. That was really awesome. But yeah, man, I expect something from him, Matt. I expect his growth. I really do. He's going to have the ball in his hands, which is where he's more comfortable. He's going to be running the point. He's a really, really good passer. His IQ is awesome. And you know what he brings to the game as far as the fire. That's just how he plays the game. Everything hinges on that 3-point shot. Everything. If Dalen Terry comes in the game and goes 2 for 3, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to be going insane, talking all kinds of shit for that one summer league game. And then people will be telling me, relax, it's a summer league game. But I'll be telling them if he went 0 for 4, you'd be like, see, same old thing. So, yeah, I'm excited to watch it. And, yeah, my hopes are high for Mr. Dalen Terry for sure.
Steven, can you put that comment back up from our pals C-Red UK real quick? Because it kind of goes along with that. Talking about watching Dalen in Summer League last season and the fire and being a leader. C-Red UK said he wants to see Dalen show some leadership. I need to see improvement on his shot, but at least if his shot is off, he'll chase it in for a rebound. I don't think we need to worry about Dalen Terry's leadership skills and or instincts. Like,
listen.
Okay, yes, he is now a seasoned vet of Summer League, as in you're either in year 1 or year 2 of Summer League. He came in as a freshly drafted rookie to Summer League last year. And Dave, I know you remember it too. We were both at that Bulls-Knicks game out in Vegas last summer. And the Summer League Knicks were running the Bulls off the floor. And John Bryant, the Bulls Summer League coach, who, side note, will be their head coach for Summer League again this season, took a timeout, and Dalen Terry was yelling at his teammates, getting into them, up in their business. Like, what the hell are y'all doing out there? Am I the only one out there actually running up and down the floor? Am I the only one out there actually playing defense every time down the floor? Like, Dalen has that gene. I'm not worried about that. I know we're going to see it again, especially now. I don't know if they name like captains for Summer League rosters. Maybe they do. If they do, Dalen's a captain because it's his second year in Summer League, and that dude loves motivating his teammates.
Yeah, even in that same game, Matt, because I was like kind of like right there on that same game, though, after that timeout and everything occurred, when they were shooting free throws on the other end, Dalen Terry was snapping on the bench, dog. Why ain't nobody talking? How come ain't nobody saying anything? They over there talking. Why can't we talk? We could talk too. Like, he just wanted some fire. Like, where's your passion, y'all? That's basically what he was asking them. Where's your passion at? And I was like, I am in love. This is exactly what I want. This is the shit I want right here. This is the kind of guy I want right here on this team. I need this. I need this kind of thing on this team. So yeah, leadership, I don't worry. That's the reason I fell in love with him, was the leadership. That's the reason it got there for me, was seeing that stuff like that. The opportunity for him to get on the floor is what we're talking about, what we need to see. And not just get on the floor, Matt, but to stay on the floor, not to remove him because he can't shoot, or he's having problems handling the ball, or he's turning it over too much. No, we need to see the growth in that area. And then it will be a much, much better player that we'll be looking at in Dalen Terry. But no, the leadership quality, the fire and all that, he's got that. That's in him. He's got that.
Golden Force in the comments said, if you could fuse Pat and Dalen together, we'd have a solution to many of our problems.
Dude, we've been saying that. Matt said it all the time. If you take Dalen's brain and put it in Pat's body, we have a hell of a basketball player.
We just need to find ourselves a mad scientist who's willing to go there. Michael in the comments asking, does Dalen Terry have Denzel Valentine's Summer League fire? Get out. Get out. Just Joe with a super chat saying, I reckon Terry will be the next Jimmy Butler. Okay. We're doing this with Dalen now too. After we did this with David Nwaba, who's the next Jimmy Butler? I got news for y'all. There isn't one.
Yeah, that's a rarity.
There is no next Jimmy Butler. That dude
is a rarity, ladies and gents.
One of one. And that comes from someone who's not a huge Jimmy Butler fan, as y'all know. That dude is one of one.
Yeah, he's a special player.
All right, let's take our second break. We'll come back. We'll dive into more of these Summer League guys, touch on Julian Phillips, Justin Lewis, and a few of the other fringe guys that we're looking forward to watching in Summer League. Big Dave.
Beer. We all like it. I saw Steven do the 999 challenge. That means he drank 9 beers in 9 innings. I saw him doing it. He did it in 7 innings. All right? The man is special. All right? He likes beer. Matt Peck, come on. He likes beer. I like beer. We're all beer guys here. And the beer of our choice is the Goose Island Beer Company. They have awesome beers, awesome selection. The Goose IPA, that 6-time medal winner at the Great American Beer Fest. Now, winning 1 or 2 medals, yeah, okay, maybe 6 times, it's good. All right, bottom line, it's good. The Tropical Beer Hug, or as I like to call it, the Herb Lawrence, 9.9 alcohol that is dangerously easy to drink, as Herb proved to us by chugging 3 of them things. Still mind-blowing to me. 312 Wheat Ale, which is the classic, and of course, the Dave and Peck approved, the Full Pocket Pills. The Full Pocket Pills, y'all. The everyday beer, it's what the brewers are drinking and what the people who drink what the brewers are drinking are also drinking. So, why don't you go ahead and grab your one of that ultra fresh, exclusive beer from the Goose Island Original Brew House on Clybourne Avenue in Lincoln Park, or from their tap room on Fulton Street in Westtown, because it's the Goose Island Beer Company, y'all. It's Chicago's beer, the true taste of Chicago.
I hope they got some goose out there in Vegas, man, because we need our goose.
Gonna need it.
Today's show also brought to you by our friends at ComEd, whose energy efficiency program is committed to helping families and businesses in the communities they serve, helping manage energy usage and lower energy bills now and into the future. ComEd offers a wide variety of incentives on lighting and other efficiency upgrades to commercial, industrial, and public sector customers of all sizes across their vast territory. ComEd also offers free facility assessments that can help find energy-saving opportunities for HVAC systems, commercial kitchen equipment, and industrial processes. Big Dave, I know you're wondering how this works.
Man, Matt, from the time I woke up this morning, when I knew we were coming on, this is the question I had, sir. How, sir? Please explain this to me. Break this down.
I got you, baby. I got you.
Thank you.
An authorized engineer works with you to develop a detailed assessment plan specific to your goals and your needs, because I know you got both, Dave.
Both of them things.
These can be done in person or virtually and last approximately 2 hours. Then, within 3 to 4 weeks, customers receive a report detailing energy efficiency projects they can start working on right away with the help of these ComEd folks. Each recommendation includes estimated energy savings, cost savings, project cost, potential incentives, and simple payback plans. If you own a business, 1, congratulations, that's awesome. 2, don't wait. Get started saving money and energy today. For energy-saving tips, lighting incentives, or to schedule your free facility assessment, go to ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Wait a minute. That's ComEd.com/poweringbiz?
Right there on the screen if you're watching YouTube. That's right, Dave. ComEd.com/poweringbiz.
Oh, that's awesome stuff. You know, Matt, I was speaking to young baby Joseph, texting me up. You know what I mean? Just on that, hit me on the text. I asked him, was he going to Vegas? And he said, first he said an emoji like, I don't know, kind of thing. And then he just sent back and said, what do you think? Like, man, he's always so cryptic, you know, just always very cryptic about what he's doing. He never gets it out like that. But then he sent back, he said, wait a minute, in Vegas, it's going to be hot. How do I battle that? You know why he asked that question? Because he never understood. Never got it. He never understood why. He don't get it. He's a baby and he don't understand why these glasses got to be so much money. You shouldn't have to pay that much money to get you some premium polarized shades on your face and still look awesome. Why does it cost you like that? You know who else asked that question? Shady Rays. They asked you that question. That independent sunglasses company offers that world-class product just as good as any pair that's expensive that you would put on your face. The durable frames, the extremely clear optics for your outdoor, and as that young gentleman is over there proving, your indoor adventures. I appreciate the steeple he just made right there. That was awesome. And also, the Matt Peck lost and broken replacements plan. Tossed it. Wait a minute. Where's he going? What's happening right now? He's throwing him against there. He's going to get something. He's going to the bathroom. Maybe he's going in that shower. Mama AK, he might be going in the shower. We're going to see. But let's say he tosses those glasses against the wall because he tossed that hat against the wall. The glasses are on it. They break in half. He could send that back in to Shady Rays and get himself a brand new pair, no questions asked. Or let's say there's a style that you got and you're not feeling that style. You want to send the new pair in to get yourself a style that fits you. You can do that. As long as you send it in within 30 days, you can get that for free. No risk when you shop, y'all, and they always got your back. So exclusively for the listeners out there, Shady Rays is giving away their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com, use the code CHGO. Get yourself 50% off of 2+ pairs of premium polarized shades. Try for yourself. Them shades that are rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. Because it's Shady Rays, y'all, where the Rays are so damn shady.
The Matt Peck lost and broken replacement plan has officially been confirmed. This replacement pair of Shady Rays that replaced the pair I broke in Austin a few weeks ago made it to my folks' house up here in Michigan just in time for me to take them and hopefully not break them on our Vegas trip. The lost and broken replacement plan from Shady Rays, y'all. Here it is in the flesh. Fresh new pair of Shady Rays.
It's real, y'all. It's real.
I love them. I love them so much, and I appreciate
them.
Shout
out Shady Rays, man. For real.
I love them shades. You know we're rocking those shades in Vegas all weekend long. All right, let's talk about Julian Phillips, Dave. 35th overall pick, who the Bulls traded into the second round to take on draft night. Tennessee. Yes, Baby Joey is on the Forbes 30 under 30 list, without a doubt. Is Julian Phillips on the Forbes 30 under 30? I don't know. He was a McDonald's All-American. AK mentioned that when talking about him in his press conference on draft night. Also, all SEC all-freshman team in the 22-23 collegiate season for Tennessee. Yeah. We heard about all of his, his physical tools from the draft combine. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, record 43-inch vertical at the 23 combine. What is there something specific that you're excited to see from Julian Phillips in these summer league games, Dave?
Yeah, the shooting. That's it. That's what I'm excited to see. Everything else about his game, Matt, I don't really have a true complaint about, to be honest with you. Because you're just looking at the kind of player that he is. You see he's a slasher, he's a cutter, he's a great defender, he's a guy that's athletic, he's long, his IQ is really, really, really good for a young guy. And you know that he's a rookie and he's in the second round. So it's not like I'm like, oh man, this dude's going to come in and be, a world beater or anything like that. I get it. But I'm excited to see the shooting because that's the biggest knock on him and the reason he fell to where he fell to. And like I said, and like I talked about when they drafted him, everything I had heard was, no, this dude can really shoot. Like he can shoot the basketball. He was a shooter before he got to college, and it just all changed for him. Maybe lack opportunities, maybe just wasn't lost his confidence, whatever it was. It's the one thing that I want to see. It's definitely the one thing he talked about when he first got here, when they asked him what are his misconceptions about him. And he was like, shooting. That's it. I want to show people I can shoot. I know I can do that. So I can't wait to showcase that. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing, Matt, is shooting. And now working with the new shooting coach that the Bulls have, this is where, he comes into play. Like, this is where you make your money for, for guys like Julian Phillips who have a hitch in their giddy up when he's shooting the basketball. So hopefully he's fixed that. And I'm interested to see, what it looks like in Summer League.
Yeah, I know a lot of Bulls fans groaned and rolled their eyes. The Bulls traded into the draft to take this guy, another guy who can't shoot.
Yeah.
What the hell? 24% from behind the three-point line his single season at Tennessee. That obviously is concerning, but not end of the world. Like, some guys can develop a better jump shot as they make their way from college to the NBA and throughout the early years of their NBA career. It's something that can be fixed and can be improved upon. I mean, the thing that raises my eyebrow a little bit more is the fact that even from the field, he shot 41%.
Yeah.
From the field. As a 6'8" forward, like, where are your looks coming from, and why are you only shooting 41%? That is a little bit of a red flag to me. I did like a lot of things that we heard from him. Will was not there because he had some family stuff to attend to, but I saw a report from Casey Johnson that came out this afternoon. Julian Phillips had his first official availability to Chicago media after one of their summer league practices in Chicago today. And he said a lot of great things that were fun to hear. What are you looking forward to in summer league? And his answer was just winning. I want the team to win. I want to win as many games as we can. But he talked first and foremost and often about the defense. And as a individual player, defense being his calling card, being a versatile defender at the NBA level, which is something that, again, AK talked about after drafting him. He said that as a team defense is something we hung our hat on at Tennessee, and I want to continue to be that type of player on that type of team at the NBA level. So that's great, but we know that. We're excited to see what he could do defensively. And I did like also in that Casey Johnson column, there was a quote from Summer League coach John Bryant who said, I don't think I've seen anybody get by Julian Phillips in these scrimmages we're running to get ready for Summer League, because he's just that athletically gifted. No one has beaten him off the dribble yet. Like,
that's
awesome.
Saying a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's saying a lot. And
that's great. But can we also see some improvement on the shooting?
That's what we're here for, is the shooting. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm saying, Matt. Like, the defense is there. We got that. It's the hardest thing to teach someone. So to come in already to be at that level defensively, where you can where AK is like, AK already said it himself, like, with the way he plays defense, I think he can actually get in the game and play just from that level, because it's the hardest thing to teach, a young guy. So the number one reason why a lot of young guys who come in the league don't play is because they have to learn defense. And the fact he already has that down says a lot, already. But now it's about, like you said, scoring. Like you mentioned, that 41%, yuck. That 26% from three, even more yuck. It's just disgusting. We want to see how you can score the basketball. Because even when he makes his moves to the bucket, and, because he was scoring a lot of points, Matt, just getting inside, with those finishing with either hand, he's really good at that. But none of it looked real smooth to me, when I was watching him score. No, everything just it didn't look like it was normal to him. So I'm interested to see what that looks like in the summer league, man. And if that was just something we saw in college, or if it's something that he's worked and improved on. That's the other thing I like about him too. He's a worker. He's a guy who will stay in that gym and will work. And that's the way you get on the floor in the NBA, is busting your ass in practice. Coaches will see that and, give you an opportunity.
I saw somebody in the comments asking about whether or not we know yet if Julian Phillips is going to be a two-way player. It was Jamal. Shout out Jamal. I do not think we have a firm answer on that yet. Julian Phillips is not even listed on Bulls spot track contracts as of yet. We will see. There's a chance that he gets one of the main 15 roster spots. There's a chance they have him on a two-way. And speaking of which, those two-way contracts, might still be up in the air who gets them. And now there can be 3 of those said two-way contract players instead of 2. One of them who was a two-way contract guy got hurt, brought back. Bulls waived him in October, re-signed him this March, and is expected to be possibly another one of those two-way guys. I know this might be the guy you're most excited to see when we head out to Vegas in a couple days, Dave. It is the Marquette product, Justin Lewis, who we watched play in those NBA Bulls Summer League games last year. A lot to like about Justin Lewis. He, according to John Bryant, has been a full participant in these Summer League training camp, mini camp practices, and is expected to be a full green light, full go to play in all these Summer League games coming up here in Vegas.
Yeah, I am very excited to watch this young man play. Just the versatility of him on offense is what caught my eye, because when you see a guy of his frame and his stature, you automatically think he's in the post and he's dunking on people and, all his moves are in the post. It's not like that with him. He'll step out and hit you with a crossover and hit a baseline J. He'll even step out a little further than that and hit some threes. Like, he was doing that kind of thing, along with the physicality that he was showing you that he also has, along with the defense that he was bringing up, along with the solid IQ as well. Like, those are awesome things. And watching him do that in the Summer League just excited me. And then when he went down, he got hurt. Of course, that's a bummer, for that young man. But, he didn't pout. Then why he got back up, he worked and he got himself ready, coming in for this season. He looks leaner too. I also saw him playing, man. He looks leaner. So I'm just very intrigued and interested to see what he truly is, man. And we saw bits and glimpses of it in the Summer League. He'll have a better opportunity with a full year under his belt, and knowledge of the game a little bit more now. Of course, he doesn't have, the NBA knowledge yet because he hasn't played yet, but he has some knowledge about what it means to play at a new level because he's playing in the Summer League. So that will be helpful too.
Speaking of that knowledge, Steven, can you put that comment back up from Connor that you had up just a second ago? Because I thought that was a solid comment. Connor saying, rewatching some Lewis tape, I really like his patience. He never looks out of control, and you can tell that the IQ is there. Combine that with his frame and shooting potential, very intriguing. I couldn't agree more. And not to harp on this on the third Summer League roster guy we're talking about, but you mentioned shooting potential. I went back and checked because I couldn't remember what Justin Lewis's shot profile was from his days at Marquette. As a freshman at Marquette, he shot 22% on 1.5 three-point attempts per game. His sophomore year, when he won the Big East's Most Improved Player Award his sophomore season, we know about the scoring jumps, the points per game and rebound jumps that led to him winning that award. Right. He also increased his three-point attempts per game from 1.5 to 5.2. And the percentage with that attempt increase went from 22% to 35%. I know it's the college three-point line, and it's not the NBA three-point line, but oh dear God, if that little symbol of Justin Lewis developed a three-point shot from his first to second college season, and he was taken away from us as soon as he was gifted to us.
Yes,
I want to see. Can Justin Lewis, with all of his physical tools and the multi-positional defender, just the way that, AK's excited about Julian Phillips, the things that Lewis does, an excellent rebounder for a guy his size, all of that, can he be a legitimate NBA wing who is solid on defense and be a legitimate three-point knockdown threat on the offensive end? Because if that potential is there, then I am as giddy as you are about him.
Yeah, and what makes me even more giddy about it, Matt, is the fact that I know there's an opportunity for somebody on this team with that kind of skill set. They don't have, somebody like that, that size, that could do it on both ends of the floor, that could step out and shoot the three, that could be physical with you, and is a for sure four who you maybe could cheat with, at a three. It depends on the lineup that you're running with, but he's a for sure legitimate four. And as they just mentioned in the comments, with the 7'2" wingspan as well, you know what I mean? Like, that helps as well. So there's a spot. Yes, there's a spot for him on the squad if all these things click for Justin Lewis. He will get definite playing time if it clicks for him, man. So yeah, I'm excited to watch him, because just watching him and then knowing the young man that he is, just hearing him speak and talk about, you know, his life in basketball, knowing he was undrafted as well. Like he's somebody that you root for. He really is. And yeah, I just want to see it. I want to see it.
Of some of the other names on the roster, to wrap up, like, is there anybody in particular other than those three main guys everybody's excited to see? You know, obviously some familiar names. Obviously, Adama Sanogo, the undrafted guy that the Bulls also added on draft night from that championship UConn team. He will play in these summer league games. Daniel Aturu, a seasoned vet of the Windy City Bulls. You might also recognize Javon Freeman Liberty, the product out of DePaul, who also played on last season's Bulls summer league roster. The one that maybe some Bulls fans are looking at with a more keen eye is Jonte Porter, the younger brother of freshly crowned NBA champion Michael Porter Jr., who I know some Bulls fans are still salty about passing on. Any of those other names have a special bell of attention to your eyes this summer, Dave?
Yeah, Will, I believe is Yoakum.
Yeah, Yoakum.
Will Yoakum, I'm looking at as well, only because that dude shot 53% from three. Yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at him. I was like, what? You shot what? Like, yeah, what was it? Nova Southeastern or something like that? Okay. Yeah. Was averaging 20 a game, 57 from the field, 53 from three. I mean, that's a shooter, ladies and gentlemen. That's a shooter to the highest degree. I don't know what else his game is. You know what I mean? Outside of that, we're going to find out very, very quickly what else he's got for you. But him, as French Bulls TV is shouting out, Javon Freeman Liberty, of course, I'm interested to see him, local product, you know, out of DePaul as well. This will be his second go-round with the Bulls on the Summer League squad. So I'm interested to see him as well. But those two guys, I am definitely going to be keeping an eye on, because if this dude comes down lights out shooting, oh man, I mean, I don't want to speak ill, but he may replace the legend for me. He comes in lights out shooting, man. He may replace the legend.
Whoa.
He may replace the legend.
Whoa.
We'll see.
Time out.
I'm just saying.
Goodness.
I'm just saying, man. We'll see.
I'm going to track down Matt Thomas's contact information, and I'm going to tell him you said that.
You for no other reason.
And I'm telling Lady Angel Bird that you said that too. All the Matty Thomas stands out there are going to hear what you just said.
They can hear it loud and clear, because they know where my love lies with the legend, the greatest shooter in the world. They know where that love lies. But damn, the 53% on the squad, woo, that's tough, man. That's tough. I'm interested.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait. Like you said, some Bulls fans might roll their eyes. It's just summer league. They aren't excited enough about the modest, but I think in our collective opinion, very solid additions they've made in the offseason. Summer league is summer league, and you get to go and you get to watch a lot of young talent try and make a name for themselves in this little mini tournament in what would otherwise be a pretty down, boring time for the NBA calendar. So there's a lot to be excited about, and we're excited. So we're going to be off tomorrow, but then we'll arrive in Vegas on Friday, and then Friday all through Tuesday, we are having content on content for you guys, including post games from after some of these Bulls Summer League games. We're going to be doing live shows from a bunch of different locations within the marvelous, can't wait to check it out. I've seen pictures and videos, so I know it's dope. The Circa Resort and Casino on the north end of Las Vegas. Just opened in 2020. It's one of the newest and most gorgeous casino, hotel, resort, sports books in Las Vegas. That's where we're going to be posted up this year. Not only staying there and hitting the casinos, but also doing shows from there, including one day, I believe Sunday, we will be doing our live show from a cabana at the Circa Stadium Swim. I don't know if I've ever been more excited to say a sentence than that one just now, Dave. I cannot wait to check out the Circa Stadium Swim. Oh, my God.
I'm happy that you're happy, and I can't wait to watch your joy, and I can't wait to do these shows. It's going to be fun. Man.
It's going to be so much fun. Make sure y'all tune into all of our content. We'll be there with the rest of the ALLCITY Network NBA crews getting content. Like I said, Dave and I will be there. Will's going to be there. will be credentialed attending these games, getting all those inside scoops for y'all, and having some fun while we're working hard.
Yeah.
That'll do it for today. Oh, wait, hold on. We do have a couple of quick super chats we needed to get to, Steven. Let's do that quick, and then we'll get out of here. Duns Mills with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Dun Mills, saying trade for Dame, even if it's a 3 or 4 team trade.
4-team trade?
I mean, no. I'm not saying no to you. I'm saying that's not happening. The Bulls are not going to be where Dame ends up. You can make an argument for wanting Dame. A Dame Zach LaVine backcourt would be nasty in a very specific kind of way.
Vicious.
But I would not put your eggs in the Bulls are getting Dame basket, because come Easter you're going to be real disappointed. But we appreciate the super chat nonetheless. And one more from our guy AK, who said, with the departure of Pat Bev, add in Javon Carter, Torrey Craig, how do you think this impacts Bulls' dogness and leadership?
It will still be there. It increases. Like, you've added other Patrick Beverleys, to the team. You've added Carter and you've added Craig. Like, those are defensive guys, and we both know their track record with those things. Like, and Carter with the shooting, we ain't going to get into that. But as far as the defense is concerned, Carter, Craig, and Caruso line up on the floor at the same time. Oh my God. Like, that's some defense, ladies and gents. This was top 5 defense, and they got better defensively. Just understand that.
True story. All right, that's it. We'll get out of here for today. Shout out and thank you to everybody in the comments. Appreciate all the super chats. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up button, which if you haven't yet, do so now before you head out of here. Make sure you're subscribed to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. We will talk to y'all from Vegas. Shout out and thanks also to our producer, Steven, today. Check out that Blackhawks coverage from the Nashville trip last week if you haven't gotten around to it yet, because it is legitimately awesome stuff. Yeah. Bulls fans, we'll see you from Vegas. Big Dave, I will see you at O'Hare on Friday morning, baby. With my Shady Rays on.
Oh, he's so scary right now. But yeah, let's do it, man.
We'll talk to you then. Big Dave's Bow, BWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. And we'll talk to you from Vegas on Friday. See you, Red. Be good.
Hey, Mama AK.